she's got some good mindset there. And let's get a little bit of a backstory, some scouting report on the number 2 seeded team here at Forest Hill Central today.
Okay, we are joined by Austin. He is one of the Alliance captains for the 2 seed going into the playoff round here at Forest Hill Central High School. Austin representing team 4967, that one team. And how have the preliminary rounds gone so far for you?
I think they went pretty well. I mean, getting out of eliminate qualification matches as third is probably the best we've done since 2017, because 2018, I'll be honest, we didn't do so hot last year. So it's pretty exciting to come out as a second captain.
It sure does, and it looks like you're doing great in 2019. Now, as one of the strategy leaders for Team 4967, how did you go about picking your alliance partners for the playoffs?
Well, we knew 2017-5 could fill the entire Rocket because they've done it at least 3 or 4 times, I think. So we knew that they could do really well with that and maximize points for us. And we can also do hatches really, really well. So, you know, honestly, I think it's a pretty good pick.
And then how did the two of you, the 2 teams, compare notes for picking your third and final alliance partner?
The guy from Enigma, he just had a sheet of paper with a bunch of team numbers on it, so he actually helped with our picks quite a bit with all the data. It's quite a lot to scroll through to actually figure out, okay, this is the team I want to pick.
And how do you plan to fill the time before the playoffs actually begin?
I mean, eat lunch. What else do you want me to do?
That's perfect. A pregame meal, that sounds like a great idea. Austin, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
All right. A couple of robots are getting worked on in the pits.
Yeah, so a timeout was called, and each alliance can call timeout one time during the course of the elimination rounds, and that will get them an extra 6 minutes to repair their robot and get it ready to play.
So the downtime is, well, needed. As we take a look at the alliances here for the Red Alliance, that one team, Magitech and Enigma Robotics. So, you know, yeah, you get this far, you got to make sure your machine's going to work properly. And as we've seen today, it's not automatic that your robot's going to be 100% every time out.
And we don't know for sure who called the timeout, but I think it's a safe bet to say that it was this number 2 alliance. We have some of the field technical staff over there helping them out. And remember, last match was where they played sort of 1v3 as both 4967 and 2075 stopped working in the match.
And let's jump to our Blue Alliance here. Thunder Robotics, Subotics, and ID Robotics.
And I feel fairly confident now in saying that this is not the actions of an alliance that called the timeout to frantically work on their robots.
You know, your insight is invaluable.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Dancing means the robots are ready.
It's the fine details that you can pick up that are just exceptional. So, yeah. Let's go down to Chris Foster's. Let's see if he's dancing in the pits.
Yeah, guys, I'm dancing, that's for sure. I don't know about how well, but I understand that it was 4967, the robot that took the timeout, and it's actually one of the top robots in the field, actually, so this is big news. They're having problems with their radio connectivity, specifically matching their radio to their computer elements, so it's basically a communication issue in trying to get the robot to do anything at all, and not even just specific tasks. So this is an alliance that we were definitely keeping our eyes on today, guys. So one with a lot of talent in the field, and last we checked, they were down to about 30 seconds in this timeout. So it's going to have to be a quick fix at this point.
And let's reset too. Dan, what are their options if this machine isn't going to run effectively?
At this point, their options are to play 2-on-3. If they ask for a backup robot earlier, they can replace 4967 with another robot. I think our first backup here would be 858, which is a solid robot, but certainly not the second-seeded robot at the event.
So they're going to go with 2. And
well, until they close the gates, we can't count it out. They might still let them come on. I could see from that shot over there, the computer that's plugged into this robot is re-imaging the RoboRio. What that means is they're essentially reformatting the computer that controls the robot. And once you hit the go button on that, you can't do anything to speed it up. Now the question is, if this re-image was sort of started by the field crew, then they might feel like they want to wait for it to finish. If this re-image was started by the team, then the clock might run out on them.
Regardless, whenever you go in shorthanded, i.e. missing a robot, not good.
No, yeah. If they're playing, if they're playing 2v3, it's not a good situation. I would say there's still hope. 2075 is one of the top offensive robots here at this event, so if they can get away from the defense, or if number 7 chooses not to play defense, they do have the ability to fill an entire rocket on their own, which could keep the score close. So and I can see around that robot, we do now have the head ref over there as well. And so he's kind of the person that's gonna make the final determination on when we close the gates and don't let them on. So kind of getting some information there. The orange hat, Jimmy, he is a CSA/FTAA at this event, so he's one of our field tech crew here. And he's kind of explaining to our head ref what's going on with the robot and what he expects the delay to be.
Let's get some more background on this from Chris.
Yeah, guys, as you said, for all intents and purposes, 4967 should be on the playing surface by now, and this match should have already started 3-on-2 or otherwise, but they were in the middle of a reformatting procedure, and they had to wait for sort of that recycling to complete before they actually knew if they were going to have a functional robot or not, and it was not a process that could be interrupted midstream, so that was sort of why the additional grace period was given there.
Yeah, some of the systems on the robot are given to teams. Teams have to use them, and it's never ideal to punish a team for something out of their control. So in a case like this, it looks like they're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the team. We can see, though, they are wheeling the robot close to the entry gate, trying to minimize the delay as much as possible.
And again, we've already got 3 of the 4 teams that have, I should say, alliances that have moved into the semifinals. One bracket is all set. That's the top bracket. And the winner in this alliance, or the winner in this match, is going to continue into the other semifinal slot that's still open.
Yep, the winner of this one will meet up against our number 3 alliance, who won their quarterfinal matchup. So we do have the robot entering the field finally. And they're going to be a little bit rushed to get set up here, and that can have an effect on, on the drivers. You sort of get into a routine of how you put it on the field and how much time you get. So when you're in a situation like this, where you got swapping a battery on the field as quickly as possible, and you just hope they don't make any mistakes here in the rush.
Is there really any downside to just taking a chance at putting the robot out there?
No, yeah,
worst case scenario, if it's not going to work back there, maybe, I don't know, if it could work on the field.
For sure. In a match 3, you put it on the field, no questions asked.
Right.
Hope for the best. In a match 2 or a match 1, you could be in a situation where if you don't put it on the field, that you get that much more time to work on the robot and solve the problem.
So it's kind of like you're going to go for broke right here, and that's that one team robot that's being scrutinized right now.
And we've said consistency has been their issue at this event. They've been extremely strong in their good matches, but they've had a few issues like this. Earlier, obviously last match they sat earlier in the qualification matches. We saw one where their elevator didn't work. They weren't able to score any game pieces. So I think for them it just comes down to if it's working, they're dangerous. If it's not working, it's going to be a hard match.
back into the pits we go with Chris.
Yeah, fellas, I just heard an interesting tidbit. The Blue Alliance is actually challenging the amount of time that it took for 4967 of the Red Alliance to get everything ready to go. They contend, and frankly, guys, I think they have a pretty good argument here that they shouldn't be allowed to compete against 4967 because of how long it took that robot to get ready to go. So, depending on the outcome of this challenge, we might see a 3-on-2 match regardless.
Yeah, so they will need to take that concern to the head ref. Right now, the head ref is actually not talking to anybody, which makes me think that it will not be changed. It makes me think that we will have a 3-versus-3 match. But we could hear more about this after the match.
Depending on which way this goes.
Yep.
And truth be told, Blue Alliance takes care of business. It's a non-issue.
Yep. You're not going to protest for a replay on a match
Right.
that you won.
Even I can figure that one out.
Some more of that hard-hitting inside analysis for you there.
You're on a roll today. Here's the Red Alliance as we